credit for collapse. Anyway, she dropped this video. I think in that span of that video, 2 people were shot to death in Chicago. And they were grateful. Turns out she's literally and figuratively tone deaf, probably from all the gunshots. She should include that video in Chicago's statistics. Anyway, it's to promote a citywide karaoke contest in Chicago that lasts a month. Talk about a way to find talent. Hey, who here thinks they can dodge bullets and sing at the same time? But I guess they hope the music will drown out the victims' screams. Since Wild has been making these videos, there's been 522 murders in Chicago this year. Although some, of course, were self-inflicted by people who heard her.
My name's Greg Gutfeld. Look at what I did.
Now let's compare it to a leader who knows how to call out criminals.
I thought I was
if I could, you know, I would take those 3 looters, I'd drag them out by the collars, and I'd send them back.
And there I go in this gubernatorial race. There I go every day. With that lace, a bullet flies, a bullet goes by. But hey, I sip my new drum and I say, hey, about the guy, I don't care.
New York City is still the safest big city in America.
I'll make it.
Look at Chicago, look at San Francisco, look at Los Angeles, Atlanta, Washington. People leaving New York, I'm not sure where they're going to go because we are the safest big city in America.
Where are they going to go? Bragging that New York is safe. Chicago? That's like saying Son of Sam killed fewer people than John Wayne Gacy. I mean, congrats on being safer compared to those formerly great cities, because they're also led by Democrats who turned them into violent dumpster fires. And where are they going to go if not New York? Oh, don't go upstate either. Dad visiting his kid during a family weekend at Marist College was shot and killed by a stray bullet during a fight between 2 scumballs on parole. One was a key suspect in a recent murder case who's been free for months. But the bad news for that guy is this new murder could earn him a lot more parole. So, Tyrus, I have a theory. Would you like to hear my theory?
I believe you're the host, so yeah.
Yeah. The reason why Lori Lightfoot survives, despite being the worst mayor since, I don't know, Dick de Blasio. Is that his name, Dick? She protects herself with a punching down defense. If you criticize her, it's because she's black, or because she's a lesbian, or because she dresses like a movie usher. You know, don't you dare criticize her just because she looks like, you know, she just took a break from a haunted house.
Right.
Because if you say that, you're punching down, and therefore no one punches at all. So
Exactly.
Nobody criticizes her.
Well, I think a lot of people who just check boxes and don't check resumes have been able to get away with that for a long time. But we've seen a change. I always go, and it's always one thing that sparks an awakening. And it really goes back for me was that little English lady who taught the lesson about slavery to Don Lemon. Because within days that we had the squad attacking CEOs, and they were like, no, that's a stupid idea. And I was like, and see, it just takes one thing to start. So she's now, first of all, lip syncing is not a talent. I don't care how you do it or how many TVs. You are not talented going like this. That's not a talent. It's not a talent. It's something your kids do when they don't have talent. So it's frustrating to me. But again, I think her days of hiding behind those blockers are over, because now they're saying, yeah, you may be all those things, but we have 500 people dying. We have, our streets aren't safe. So maybe we need to go in another direction. So I think that little facade, people are seeing through that wizard stuff, and we're checking resumes now, and she's in trouble. I don't think she survives this next election. I really don't.
I don't know how she can survive given the state of Chicago. Brett, you live in Texas, am I right?
Yes.
So you came to this country, America?
America?
Yeah.
That's right.
But do you feel safe in New York?
It's definitely more dangerous here than Ukraine, which I just got back from.
That's true.
So
I wonder statistically,
if that is true.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
At least there you know where the rockets are coming from. Like, you know, you're not going to get mugged in the street. Like, you know, like the enemy's right there on the front lines. But look, this video, this isn't the only one that she's done, right? She's done a lot of dance moves and things like that, which is the real crime. You got to stop that first.
Yes.
All right. There's definitely a situation where she might be getting somebody killed in that case. But look, this is the reason why law enforcement votes Republican, right? For situations like this, because they're making a mockery of this. And when people think about their government and these offices and these city councils, you like to think when you peer behind the scenes that they're doing the right thing, that they're trying to fight crime. We've got, you know, one of the largest rising crime rates in history. And then you see these TikTok videos and she's dancing and singing, and you get to peer into that government office and you realize they're not doing anything that you thought they were.
Yeah.
They're not stopping some of the biggest problems of this country.
It's so infuriating, that judge, that I find it very strange how ambivalent, in a weird way, we've become numb.
Yep.
Not necessarily ambivalent, but numb in the sense that I can't be angry all the time, right? You can.
No, it's so.
But it's exhausting.
No, it is exhausting, but we've become desensitized to the crime that is occurring, whether it's Lori Lightfoot saying when all the CEOs are moving out of Chicago, whether it's McDonald's or Boeing or whatever those companies are, she says, but we're making progress. This other woman here, Hochul, who wants to be a governor, says that New York is one of the safest big city in America. Has she ever been on the subway? Has she ever walked to get a cup of coffee? Has she ever been in a bodega? I mean, people are dying left and right in this country. And it's because of the left-wing ideology, which is we need social justice. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you know what it is. There's no definition anywhere. But all it means is let everybody out of jail. And if you have to pay for it like a father at a college visiting his son, then so be it. That guy who killed him was wanted in Georgia. He was a suspect in a murder in Dutchess County that the police knew about. His name was already in a national database. They could have arrested him before he killed the father. I mean, we're in hell right
These
now.
are all prevented. Like, all of these crimes are preventable. That's the amazing thing. Kat, what do you make of this? What were your thoughts on her karaoke style?
I don't think it's that bad.
No?
No, it's maybe because I'm so much worse. But I don't know. I'm upset at Kathy Hochul because there's a big difference also between New York and Chicago in terms of how much it costs to live there.
Right.
Like, New York is #1 most expensive city in the country. Chicago's not even on the top 10.
Right.
So, and then you talk about New York or LA, San Francisco, like it's pretty expensive, not as expensive as New York, but like it's not freezing so much that you want to die for like 8 to 10 months out of the year. So it has that going for it.
Right.
And when you get to the point where the city is so bad that your new slogan is like, New York City, at least we're not Chicago.
Yes.
I think someone else needs to be in charge.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be allowed to be governor if you don't know that there's more than 6 states.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else to go because Florida, Texas, Alabama, Montana, Idaho. No. There's only these blue
Where are you
states
gonna
to go. It's not blue. It's gone.
Yeah.
Like
She is dumb.
Yeah.
I mean,
she is so
am I the
dumb.
only one who noticed that?
No, but you know what's amazing is like, I thought, Andrew Cuomo, a cad, we know, an a-hole, but this one's a dick. She's the dumbest. She is the dumbest person in here. She, like, Bill de Blasio leaves and they replace. He wasn't. But I mean, like, where do they find these people? I get, like, I'm not even talking politically. I'm not talking. These are just really. There's something wrong. They missed like something. They were dropped as children.
I mean, she could have said New Jersey or Boston.
Yeah, there's like several states.
It's just around her.
Yeah. God, it's just so frustrating. I'm telling you, I gotta go. They're yelling at me. You cannot, when you're at the mercy of stupid people, it's the worst feeling in the world. Like, if I'm being mugged by someone smarter than me, I can handle it. But when you're being mugged by dumb people, it drives you crazy.
You gotta talk them through it.
You gotta talk them through, like, my wallet's over here. Up next, spoil your pooch, where humans live on crack, meth, and hooch.
At SafeLight, we take care of vehicles with the latest technology. When my last customer discovered a crack in his car's windshield, he scheduled at SafeLight.com. SafeLight makes it easy. We're the experts at replacing your glass and recalibrating your advanced safety system.
And they recycled my old glass. That's a company I can trust.
Don't wait. Schedule today.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
To live the life I love, I fill it with family, friends, and my passion, playing the drums. Connecting with others through music fills my soul. But these days, it can come with a price. That's why I take Relief Factor, and I feel the difference it makes in my life. Not only do I move better without pain, I just feel better. Would you like to get back to living the life you used to live without aches and pains, including elbow, hip, knee, neck, and back pain? That's what Relief Factor has done for me. I feel the difference all day, every day. By taking Relief Factor, I can live the life I want to live. Get your 3-week quick start for only $19.95. Move more, live more, take control of your pain. Call 1-800-4RELIEF to order now or go to relieffactor.com. Why wait to live the life you love? Do what I and hundreds of thousands of Americans are doing and just enjoy your life more with Relief Factor.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. X-Chair has done it again with our groundbreaking LMX technology, providing hours of infinite comfort no matter where in the world you're sitting. By synthesizing the universe's elements, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience, our mission is to help you discover that every workday can happen with body and mind in an out-of-this-world place of comfort and productivity. X-Chair is charting a new course, helping workers everywhere find comfort as their work worlds zoom back and forth. Even though your work reality may continue to shift, we've got our eye on the future of work, so you can focus on the present. And
drinking water can't leachate. Exposure to these chemicals increases the risk for cancer and other health problems.
With Upwork, the hiring process is fast and flexible. Behold,
brings the world into existence, and with his voice, all life and meaning came. All is good.
To explore it, Dr. Gergely Balazs and Dr. Danish Siebert need to put on specialized equipment as they prepare to enter a cave that is completely filled with fresh water. The Molnar János caves only started to be explored in the 1950s with the invention of suitable diving equipment.
We have this busy city on the top of it, but the cave is an ancient thing.
Crystal clear water, filtered through rock over millennia, stretches for almost 4 miles right under Budapest. And there is more to be discovered with each dive.
Some of the passages here are huge, and the water is so clean that you don't even see that you are in the water. So you are just flying through these huge spaces.
The caves offer unique oddities for the scientists.
You see things which no one has seen. You make measurements which no one had the opportunity to make. This is pure exploration.
Working here does not come without risk.
I think what's special about cave diving is that if everything goes fine, you don't feel the danger.
All be from humans, It's canine cuisine prepared in the classic French style, which I believe means the entrees are served by a smelly mime. That was a courtesy laugh. Writes a food reporter, it's unsurprising that what is likely the country's first dog restaurant opened in San Francisco, where dogs reportedly outnumbered children, and pet owners can join members-only vet clinics with high-end perks like genetic testing. The restaurant serves elegant pastries, rose-shaped cakes, and doggichinos during the week, and a $75 three-course tasting menu on Sundays. The most popular flavor? Ass. True, Judge. They love it. They love to sniff a good ass. By the way, you can't even believe that because it's a biological fact. No bleeping of facts. Cat, you have a cat and a dog. Is this disgusting?
Yeah, especially because like my dog's favorite restaurant is like the sidewalk. Like they don't care. I mean, like he's eaten things that were expensive, but it wasn't the food itself. It was the resulting medical situation.
Yeah.
Like, the most expensive thing he ate was the contents of the cat's litter box. Actually.
Oh.
Yeah. I lived it.
Yeah. You know, Dana's dog. I mean, most expensive veterinarian visits because he eats like a joint in Central Park.
Yeah.
In
They don't
Central
care.
Park,
My
you
dog-
believe that?
You know, Brett, I watch a lot of dystopian movies. I think that the perfect example of a dystopian movie is when you have extreme poverty and then absurd wealth. Not just everybody's poor, but you have people outside that are really poor, and then you have these rich people feeding their dogs at dinner tables. San Francisco is legitimately now a dystopian universe, right?
It sounds really epic. I'd love to see that. But does anyone ever ask like the dogs themselves about this food and like get their thoughts? Because I really want to hear the analysis on whether or not a dog prefers like a crudité or some fine meat versus like a sausage that just fell off onto the ground.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's how the restaurant should be. They shouldn't even have waiters. It should just be stuff that drops.
Yeah.
Because that's what they love.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna serve
We already have
portable,
that. It's called
like, water, right?
restaurants.
Potable water. Like there'd be a bar would just be a big toilet bowl.
Yeah. That would be cool.
I think there was a bar downtown like that. Judge, of course, you are a huge dog fan, meaning you like huge dogs.
Yeah, I have 3 standard poodles.
Yes.
And I would never consider anything like this. It's terrible. It really is. And what they do, well, one of the things they do, they run out in the morning. They get praised in the morning, and they run out and they sniff for chipmunks. That's all they do. They're looking for chipmunks all the time. So then what I have to do is I have to build up a barrier so they can't get the chipmunks, because they go out and then they kill the chipmunks. And you know, once there was a mother, I think, that was dead, and the little babies came out and looked, and then they ran back. I almost killed my dogs.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think that's the kind of story you save for Fox and Friends. And then the babies found the dead mother. What do you think, Ainsley? I think this is a good time to say a prayer. Joining us is Father. Oh wait, he's no longer a priest. Oh! I don't even know who I'm talking about. Tyrus, you stop.
I don't have a lifeline, Bruce. Sorry, you're drowning.
Worst job in the world: a waiter at a dog restaurant.
Oh, that's the best job in the world.
Well, you're not
You like dogs.
Because it has nothing to do with dogs. The dogs are just victims in these first world problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's for some lady to walk in and show how much she loves animals and how much she loves dogs, and she feeds her dogs this stuff, but then we'll straight up walk over a homeless person with her dog, get into her Uber, and go home. But when she walks in there, and if I was a waiter there, I'd be like, what is that? Oh, he wants the most expensive thing, and 40% tip. Oh, I love this dog. And she would have to, because she's virtuous, or he, or him, or it, or
they,
whomever. No matter who they are, they're a pompous ass and has nothing to do with the dog.
Also, they're all just gonna bark at each other.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the worst place to be.
Yeah,
they sniff each other. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the hit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The advertiser's ass.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, okay, I know you're an homegrown, Greg. That's dirty. But you know what? We're talking about dogs, and dogs are dirty. So you know what's going on in your house. So don't look at me. Look at yourself. I don't even know who I'm arguing with anymore. Coming up, he unretired. So his wife said you're fired.
Bipolar depression. It made me feel trapped in a fog.
This is art inspired by real stories of polar depression.
I just couldn't find my way out of it.
The lows of bipolar depression can take you to a dark place. Latuda can make a real difference in your symptoms. Latuda was proven to significantly reduce bipolar depression symptoms, and in clinical studies had no substantial impact on weight.
This is where I want to be.
Call your doctor about sudden behavior changes or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Report fever, confusion, stiff or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be life-threatening or permanent. These aren't all the serious side effects.
Now, I'm back where I belong.
Ask your doctor if Latuda is right for you. Pay as little as $0 for your first prescription.
Ever notice how...
By this stage of its journey, the Danube has been joined by its major tributaries, the Drava, the Tisa, and the Sava. Combined, they almost triple its flow as it reaches its third and final capital city, Belgrade in Serbia. Over half a mile wide, discharging 1.5 million gallons per second, this now mighty river flows on towards the border with Romania, and one of the last great landmarks on its epic journey. The Iron Gate Gorge. 90 miles long, yet shrinking to just 500 feet wide. For thousands of years, all traffic on the river had to pass this daunting gateway. The narrow gorge with towering cliffs was infamous for its dangerous rapids and whirlpools, making passage in a boat extremely treacherous. But in the 1970s, this part of the Danube was changed forever. When engineers harnessed the river's power and created the Iron Gates Dam, one of the largest hydroelectric plants in Europe. This giant feat of engineering produces 5.5 million megawatts of electricity relied upon by 25 million people in Romania and Serbia. A superstructure that has had an impact on both people and the river.
Supplies and solutions.
The lowlands of Romania and Bulgaria. In these waters, there is one group of animals that has been deeply affected by the man-made barrier upstream. A true monster of the deep. The sturgeon. Some species of sturgeon, such as the beluga, live for over 100 years and grow over 20 feet long, the size of a shark. But it's their eggs that have made them famous. Sold as luxury caviar and shipped around the world. As one of the major rivers draining into the Black Sea, the Danube is a vital spawning ground for sturgeon. But overfishing, pollution, and the construction of dams, which have blocked them from their spawning grounds upstream, have hit the sturgeon hard. Now, sturgeon are thought to be more critically endangered than any other group of species on the planet. For one person, their future is something worth fighting for.
It's my passion. I want to do it all the time.
Borislava Margaritova, a fish biologist working in Bulgaria, is trying to conserve the health of the Danube and its fish, especially 4 species of extremely rare sturgeon still found here.
The Danube is the last river in the Europe that they spawn naturally. So we try to protect them because they're very rare now.
Today, she's going out with her team to survey the river.
I'm on Giselle's side on this one.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you're sitting next to Judge, and you know what's that Judge?
For his booze in the audience.
Like, who's in the audience. Look, I mean, she's obviously pissed he chose to continue to play. She left in 2015 the runway. You know, she left everything behind to be with her family. She probably wanted the same thing from him, and he said, no, I'm going back out. And it's tough to give up something you love. I mean, it is, and she's probably asking him to do that. You know, he's got a few more years left that he can get, and so why not give it a go? But yeah, I'm in her court on this one. But I can't wait.
You're making
to
a play
see
for her, you disgusting person.
I can't wait to see Brady on the single scene again, though. Could you imagine being like a wingman with him, like going to a nightclub or a bar, and him just rolling in and just like single and ready to mingle?
Well, you know, that's funny you should bring that up because him and I are both, we went to the same high school, and I'm sure he's going to need a wingman. I'll be busy because I'm happily married, Judge, as you know. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Just say yes.
Yes.
That's all you got. We had a heated conversation on the 5 today. You were also on the side of Giselle. You claimed that she might have a career.
She absolutely gave up her career. She was a superstar
You said
model.
she was suffering.
I'm sorry?
You said she was suffering.
Well, wait a minute. She was living through his football career. That means he gets up at 5:30 in the morning. He goes to bed at 8:30 at night. He has all these crazy diet requirements. She's with the kids all day long while he's practicing.
That's called being a wife.
No, but no. Well, wait a minute.
A sexist would say that you're absolutely right.
And she's helping to raise his child with another woman, right?
He's a lesbian?
No, and you know what? She's worth more than he is right now. So it's her turn. That's the end of it. He said he was retiring, and he took it back.
Yeah.
Oh,
The worst part is everyone's like, oh, she's mad at him because he's going to keep playing football. That's not what happened. He said, I'm going to retire to spend time with my family.
Right.
Then he spent 2 months with his family, and he's like, ew. No, I'm going back.
I'd rather risk brain damage.
I would be so offended, and I'm like not even like that hot. And like, okay, she just had no husband from August to February. Like, that is ridiculous. Football season is too long for me.
Yeah.
I get upset about how long it is because other people want to watch it and I don't want to watch it. And I imagine it's just a little bit more inconvenient for her. I think it's awful, and I think there should be a lesson to women everywhere to never, ever move to Tampa for a man.
Wow. I think, Tyrus, I am going to agree with whatever you say.
Yeah, poor Giselle.
Yeah. Oh,
mopping floors and raising the children by herself because she didn't have a staff of nannies and personal assistants and a private jet to fly to all the games and practices and meet every rich person on the planet. Shut up. Shut up. You're a model. You had money and you got to be with America's favorite son, Tom Brady. The man is insane. He already has a wingman. His name's Gronkowski. I'm looking forward to it.
And that's the exact
And all we had to
attitude,
do
which
was
is why
go back. It was my time.
That's fine. You're so wrong.
You want to go back and play football for what, 2 more years? So what, you would get to travel the world again?
No,
and it was her idea to go to Tampa. She's the one who got involved and made him a Belichick blow up. She was Yoko Ono.
He is 45 years old.
And has every right to keep playing when he's throwing 300 yards and 3 touchdowns a game with no interceptions.
I think most people want more for themselves than a partner that they never see.
She's rich. She'll be fine.
No, that's not true. So she can cheat.
He's a family person.
They're
She
getting
loves
a
him.
divorce.
She loves him.
By the way,
He didn't give her a choice.
I gotta wrap this up, but you know what's the unspeakable truth here? Only rich people can get divorced. Poor people are stuck with each other because they can't afford it. Nobody ever talks about that, right? You don't
They haven't been living together in a year.
Yeah, it's like this is just a business transaction. Meanwhile, poor people, they're stuck with each other because they don't have the options. But nobody ever said that.
So upset.
Could you make revisions to your worst life decisions?
All the time. As the Danube opens out onto endless freshwater marshes and vast lakes covered in water lilies, it is at its wildest. One of Europe's least inhabited places.
Still a very wild place, and due to the fact that it has been kept in a natural state for a very long period of time, it is the place where many bird populations have found a refuge.
There are more than 300 species of birds here. The Delta is a globally important destination, some migrating from as far away as Africa and Asia to breed, like rooster terns and squatto herons. And one bird that has made the Danube Delta its own. The great white pelican. With 17,000 breeding pairs, this is the largest colony in the world outside of Africa, and their numbers are increasing. For just a few months, they'll nest here and feed on the Delta's bounty, working together in giant flotillas to feast on fish. A glorious spectacle at the end of the Danube's great journey, before once more heading into the Black Sea and beyond. The Danube's waters have flowed through more countries than any river on Earth, through a continent separated by borders and changed by humanity. But despite these challenges, always finding a way to keep going, to inspire, to nourish, and even astonish. One continent, connected and united by water.
Maybe it's that first bath. We're sitting by the fire after an epic snowball fight. Or when everyone came, generations for Thanksgiving dinner. These moments make the life. Behind it all, a foundation of warmth and comfort. As new memories are made, they'll be there. Affordable, dependable, Northwest Natural.
A story in 5 words. 5 words. People make 4 life mistakes. Brett, a poll finds that the average person has made 4 wrong major decisions in their lives. from bad investments to career changes. What about you? Does this make sense?
They obviously didn't contact me about this poll because I would have weighed it down for sure in the opposite direction. And then if it was only 4, what about like who was the guy that made no mistake? Who was the 0 part of that? Because I want to hang out with them.
Yeah,
I just
I'll
want to
truth
go
that.
life with this person.
And then I would strangle them. Judge,
That would be a mistake.
It would. That's the thing. That's how I look at mistakes. That's how I don't look at career changes as a mistake. I look at like let's say I played with my dad's power tools and lost a couple of eyes. That's a mistake.
A couple of eyes?
A couple of eyes.
Yeah.
Could have said all your eyes.
All your eyes.
Yeah.
I won't tell you where the other one is. I didn't ask, but the view is amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't have an answer, do you?
what's the question?
There is no question.
Okay. On to the next.
Cat.
I think if you're sitting around counting your mistakes all day, that's probably another mistake. Like, who knows how many mistakes you made?
Well, that's what I think. I think the mistake has to be defined, Tyrus, as one that has a lasting consequence. Everybody, like a mistake can actually help you. Like if you choose a bad job, then it steers you into a good job because you learned that you didn't like that job. But a lasting, like again, I use the power tool analogy.
Right.
Like that's a mistake. Like I wish I didn't play with my dad's power tools.
Right.
Then I would have both my eyes.
Yeah. I make on average 4 mistakes a day.
Yes.
So this is stupid. This is another one of those. We're getting funding for this kind of study. The average person makes 4 mistakes a day. 4.
Yeah.
4. Sometimes I put one shoe on the wrong way because I'm not paying attention. Does that count as 1?
I've done that.
Like, I mean,
all the way to work.
Sometimes, you know, call my kid one of the wrong names. Well, there's another one. I got a lot, so I get confused sometimes.
I think the summary of this segment is I wish we could have talked more about Tom and just
Yeah.
it's just a waste of my time.
So this was a mistake then. You
This was a mistake. Oh, segment's a mistake. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
If you have type 2
Something's never changed. You're still my all-time favorite.
only on PBS.
Viable. The same reasons when you're out that you should also choose Spectrum Mobile. It's the most reliable service and you get nationwide 5G. Plus, you can manage your internet and mobile on the My Spectrum app, so you get all your ducks in a row. That is not a row, Randy. Come on, dude. You're my head duck. Fast, reliable, and simple. Get Spectrum Mobile and Spectrum Internet. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
All right, I keep saying this show is for you, but it's also with you. So let's get some calls right now. Get the control room cam up and see if they got anybody. Anybody want to talk to me, Dustin?
Yes, a lot of people want to talk to you. First, we have Beverly from Dothan, Alabama. Right, Rance? Dothan, Alabama.
All right. Beverly, you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, it's great to hear your voice. Give it to me quick. What do you got?
Okay, why do Biden keep sending money to Ukraine when people in Florida are suffering and have lost everything, like it was bombed, like Ukraine?
Well, very different situations, but you want smart money. And I think the answer is that you can do both, Beverly. We have the money. It's about what makes sense. If what's happening in Ukraine continues, why would we believe that Russia will stop with what it's doing right now? Not only will they kill a democracy that we always say we want to support, we spend trillions on Afghanistan, and it's never going to be a democracy like what Ukraine is right now. It's not perfect, Ukraine, but it's about doing both. I don't think it's about just doing one, but I know this for sure. Thank you for making the phone call. I appreciate you, and I wish you well. Next.
Okay, we have time for one more quick call. Eddie from North Caldwell, New Jersey. Go for it.
Eddie.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
No, Is this my man Eddie from New Jersey? My Sirius radio show, I used to talk to Eddie all the time. Guy grew up playing ball, helps kids, African-American businessman, owns one of the biggest temp agencies in the country, hires all these people. Great guy. Good to hear your voice, brother. What do you think about the new show?
And brother, first of all, it is so good just to see you, to have you bringing good back into the world. Keep giving, man. You've got a lot to give us, and I'm just grateful to see you, man.
I'm good here too. I'll call you after the show, but hit me. What's on your mind?
Andrew Yang, you know what? He's right. It's aspirational. Chris, the bottom line is who's going to give up what for us to really get to the middle? Because the middle is where we all want to be able just to live our lives.
I don't want to be in the middle, Eddie. I don't want to be in the middle. You and I both know, you're in the middle of a fight, all that's going to happen for sure is you're going to get hit. I think it's about more choice. I don't think it's about them having to give anything up, Eddie. I think it's about having more choice for people, having more parties, and then let's see who wins. Let's see who wins, Eddie. I get your concern, especially right now. You have last word. Give it to me quick.
But somebody's got to lose. Why can't we all, there's got to be a win-win scenario. I think that's what made this country great, that we were able to have something called civility. And we've got to get back to that because I don't want another 9/11 before we all come together.
I'm with you. Eddie, I'm with you. It's all about getting better and disagreeing with decency. Appreciate you. All right, that's my show for tonight. Dan Abrams, now.
Out of disease it is, and there's no cure for it.
A ferocious killer that frustrated scientists at every turn.
If we look at all the viruses that we understand, HIV is far on the spectrum of difficult.
But a long worldwide scientific quest has provided a string of spectacular discoveries.
The science that's developed is remarkable.
And after 4 decades, it's led us to the brink of what was once unthinkable, the end of HIV in